Robert Alf once said, hard work without talent na a shame, but talent without hard work na a tragedy. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, Slick TV, Channel 37, Choice FM, Radio Garden, and Safe on Facebook. Me na your host, Marion Precious George. And inside the show this morning, Rights to Access Information Commission fined Freetown City Council 70,000 unions for failure for release freedom of information request. And also landmark power agreement with SCATEC for 40 megawatt of fast-track solution for boost the country infrastructure signed. Government also announced transformation of the Miata Conference Center to the Miata Civic Center. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers, they inside the show this morning. And for joining me discuss the issues where I make mention of, I get inside the studio Dr. Victor Moina, and also I get Bobodan Kamara. Good morning, gentlemen. Doc.
Good morning, Madam Precious, and good morning, Sarah.
It's a small I get here.
Yeah, they.
Dan, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Marion. Good morning, viewers and listeners. It's a pleasure having me.
Okay, I also get Usman Mara. We're going to join me for review the various stories, not the newspapers. Good morning.
Good morning, Marion. Good morning, listeners, viewers again.
Okay, quick one. Make we look at the stories where the newspapers reports this morning, and for that, may first take now the Concord Times newspaper top story reads, Trio remanded for alleged murder. And a big banner headline, Koidu mining dispute, NP raises alarm over job crisis in Connaught. Foreign Affairs Ministry opens two-day workshop ahead of Sierra Leone's 4th UPD. And Africa leaders meet in Madrid to address water climate crisis. Finally, SLPP chairman commissions new health facility in Moriba town. All of the stories and more you will get now the Concord Times publication this morning.
And on the Standard Times newspaper publication this morning, fight against human trafficking. Chief Justice, His Lordship Combat Commander, shows commitment with a photo of him. And restoration project for Kabbalah Secondary School Alumni Association North America commences. This and many more at the Standard Times newspaper. And
away from the Standard Times, I take the Independent Observer newspaper. A big banner headline reads, SLPP Georgia chapter Women's Council raise funds. And at Maiden Government NGO Dialogue Day, VP Jules De Jallo underscores importance of partnership and accountability. Finally, how Dr. Ibrahim Bangura is defining APC's next chapter. All of the stories plus Mr. President Can We Talk part 261, they are the front page of the Independent Observer.
And on the Global Times newspaper, big banner headlines, fight against drug abuse. Internal Affairs Minister engages religious leaders. Victor Fo wants SLPP, think wisely. And Juba murder, 3 suspects remanded. This and many more at the Global Times newspaper publication this morning.
Away from that, my final take na the Aoko newspaper top story. Join the conversation. What type of political system suits Sierra Leone? When the law reaches the president's desk, what's the consensus Republic will do about FGM in Sierra Leone? And also it says in Sierra Leone, outlawing female genital mutilation is not just about punishment, it's about moral, imagination, and collective healing. Another story reads, Sierra Leone, SCATEC Inc. landmark 40 megawatt solar lease at World Bank IMF meetings. And Sierra Leone hosts a landmark CFTA conference and launches Africa's Continental Trade Assessment Report. Finally, Sierra Leone urged to lead Africa's education and economic transformation. All of the stories and more you will get now the Aoko newspaper publication this morning. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and this morning we will discuss a range of issues as I make mention of. One of them gets for do the Rights to Access Information Commission fining Freetown City Council 70,000 loans for failure for release freedom of information request. And the commission make this known inside a notice through the Facebook page where they post yesterday, 15th October. And according to the notice, they say the right to access the order, a fine of 70,000, when 70 million loans against Freetown City Council, headed by Her Worship Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown, for failing to comply with provision them na the Right to Access Information Act of 2013. Then say the order follow one formal complaint where one Miss Eleanor Thompson lodged from the citizens Barry Lodge after the council no respond to the freedom of information request from this Miss Eleanor Thompson. Then say part of the information where this person asked for from the Freetown City Council now for see a document relating to the use of and management of the recreation field na the Eprin Robinson Municipal School within a main motor road Kongotong Freetown, and also ask for copies of different memoranda of understanding them from the Freetown City Council as per the right of the particular person in line with the Right to Access Information Act we I just make mention of. And the commission say after several letters to Freetown City Council, they not be able to respond to Ms. Thompson, where they make themselves order the council for respond in 7 days or so. Council no response, still make them therefore fine them, but this fine then say the council can able for appeal regarding the fine of 70,000 new loans. Well, talking about the freedom of information request, this is not the first time people don't meet several institutions then for get access to some particular information we they need from them. But some of those moves then can be futile at the end of the day because of one reason or the other, or specifically where institution them feel say they not for give information to people them. And when you talk about the freedom of information request, mostly now journalists them can use them for access information from institution them. But in this case, we see somebody from we're not a journalist. They ask for a request from the Freetown City Council where they not be able to give them and the right to access information. Don't order or don't rule that the council pay 70,000 new loans because they not comply to the freedom of request information from where they part of the laws of Sierra Leone and the right to access information law. I will start with Bobo on this particular issue. Yes, Bobo.
Yeah, well, first of all, I will commend the right to access information for such action, because one to get for understand this, you no go expect for all public office and and be accountable to the public, right? Especially for we journalists, we find it extremely difficult for book appointment with ministers. It can be very, very challenging just for book an appointment. No for say now say you go now to I come for interview the minister, even you write. So whenever they write to access information, they do some of them here. At least it be a client call to members of the public. Say yes, there is an institution where they work for ensure say they help we forget timely relevant information, right? Hence, fall under exception clause because they get information that way they refer to as exempt information. Yeah. So a very clear, you can write the person, you copy the right to access information. I write you for say I need an information on so thing. Hence, fall under the exempt clause. You fail for reply to a certain time, you apply for an appeal. Once you apply for an appeal, the right to access information can act from yonder.
Is it that institution them still they feel say the right to access information regulations and acts not effective as the way for be effective in carrying out their activities, make most of those institutions not can comply in terms of request for information from the public?
Yeah, well, most of the information that we people then can request for, like I said, a public document. But right for them, the right to access information domain, at the end of the year, if we able to submit 2024 report
but in the case where in order day
on so sorry,
in a case where the information and they not they na the right to access information domain.
Yeah, now they help you now forget the type of information where you need. But generally, there is a penalty for where you fail for provide public information in a stipulated time. You self get penalty for that. The information you know is not public, not too confidential. You deliberately keep them. Right, there is a penalty for that.
So is it that institution then feel say the laws not too effective, or when one of the reasons we make the knocking comply, where people they ask for information, and you know one person we done they for months, if not a year, they request for information, we up to now you not get a headway.
No, some institutions then they will, I don't know, then just feel say like I can't be accountable, or who are you for ask for this kind of information. Right, and the law not saying as journalist no more. Private individual, and most of my letters I can write not as journalist. I write as a private individual, right? Because I don't want my position and me for entertain my own office where I work. So most of my time I take my own case personally. So my issue with NMA the last time. And then we don't give part of the information why they request for. Not to like for any kind big information. Now just annual report. What you do from January to December. What's on our challenge, what's on our weakness. Who's mining community they flood the laws, who they're not supposed to flood. Who's one they don't have prospecting stage, this, that. Now then they submit to me. And most of the other I ask for up to now I'm able for receive them. One go for do with the agreement document where they show when the FG Gold Mining Company go start full-scale mining, because as I talk now, they're still under the prospecting stage. Okay. So the NLe the right to access information say they not get any information in the disposal for they don't get any written information in the disposal for show the time where the mining company they complete the prospecting stage. Okay. Right? Then in a one. So they make a categorically clear say they don't get information on that area there. And as for the 2024, the other report, they say up to 9 good parliamented, but they don't give me the previous one, though the community development agreement.
Okay, and Doc, this particular issue, I believe this is not the first time you hear the RAIC, they call on institution then we the fail for provide freedom of information requests. What do you think about them finding City Council 70,000 new loans?
The first question where they ask, who said the money to go? The 70,000 new loans. And
the consolidated fund.
You
according
get,
to the
you say according to the commission.
Yes.
You know get real source for sure say actually they go to the consolidated fund. Now
they go to the commission.
Okay, they go to the commission.
Yes.
Yeah, fine. So the issue where me look at now the kind of information where the person want, because you talk about use of a community playing field, right? Na Kongotong, and City Council back gets their own issue where I believe say information like that you don't need for even delay for gear and safe. Because in a community property, not to personal person in your own property, but then go begin look at like I know what you say, other than the person, waiting at your affiliation and all of that. And sometimes these are the issues that will affect we as Sierra Leoneans, because except you get some big political connection or then sabi you some side before then go on for treat you case seriously, and that is not the case. Probably the person they see say the community feel and they misuse them for other purposes. Now that make it they ask for the information. So I believe the City Council for we don't amicably solve this here. So rather than wait until we get to the stage, but now we are here. If City Council not respond to una deadline we una give, una feel the City Council will respond to that fine day. If City Council not respond to the fine, waiting will be the next punitive action.
Yeah, according to the commission, in such a case, then can go court at the end of the next can go court. But this issue not starts today.
Okay.
I can recall a few months ago, the member of parliament for that community, the Honorable Alfred Thompson, they get a project for create an artificial turf that particular school day.
I remember.
And yes, and the mayor be get issue. Tell the mayor be say then go demolish the fence, the perimeter fence where they put, and so many controversies around that particular project they come up, and later on Honorable Alfred Thompson be able to succeed for create the artificial turf na the school. But
because we pass around it virtually every day and we see the place.
Yeah.
So like I said, the question we made asks is why wait so long for the city council to give this? I believe say now some of the lapses then is where we see in even public administration of public institutions them. Sometimes we ask for information, but people in the field saying a witch hunt or something are bad. But we want to know.
You think that because of the controversy between him and the Honorable Member of Parliament make the council not able for provide
Look at the
such
person where they write
documents?
the letter in surname Thompson, and then the council of Thompson.
The Honorable Na Thompson as well.
So it's like there is a connection somewhere. So, but by and large, I believe the city council gets we as Sierra Leoneans a moral opportunity for there are some of these issues for us. You will be surprised that city council not go come up with any statement at the end of the day. And if city council decide not for pay the fine, they was just gonna, we dey treat we country with levity, because with the second case a case we not get for done, we dey sweep them under the carpet, we dey push them over and over, and this is not done. It's wrong.
We see a win for the Right to Access Information Commission. I think last year or a few years ago, where the win is a similar case like this against the Bank of Salone, where a journalist, Matakago, as well, may request for freedom of information.
Okay.
Yes, and later the bank not be able for game, then later go court, and the commission win against the Bank of Salone, and they begin for pay that particular money there.
Maybe we go see a similar case, but by and large, the bottom line is the city council owe we an explanation as to why they not provide information when needed, because aside this one, there are lots of other issues that we people only ask about city council. They're not the give. Then we begin people like say, oh no, this not happy yet, that not happy yet, and sometimes they born good picking, because end of the day we want to know.
Yes, and Bobo, you want to say something quick regarding the same?
Yes, so the issue about access information, it just happens a city council and then they now not the domain, because then they don't already find them. And if you read the letter, I think it all started in May or July. June, eh?
Yeah.
So now it's less than 6 months or so. Maybe the NAC now, the enemy then does over a year. Right? The right to access, right to the series of letters back where they ignore. So go forward, go back, the CC are still, because when they ask for information, you get for be somehow fortified, because if you don't know what you ask for, then go easily come tangle, you say no, come on, this is not confidential something, forget about that. Okay. But me get the idea, I know what they ask for, I knock at the door past 1 year or so. So it's still about for me why it be get for take so long. And we also for take into cognizance the right to access information, they serve the face series of challenges, right? Let's say the face series of challenges in terms of staff capacity and other petty challenges. You still follow them do the work effectively, but we get some institutions where I don't know, then just get under their mind say, wouldn't are you for ask me for this information? Because if you go ask for documents for this for do recreational activity, blah, blah, I mean not to anything where you go for go browse na archive or this that. If it's available, you make a note to say available. If it's not available, you write to the commission, right? Like waiting up with me enemy after the 1 year or so. They write to the information where this man they ask for, the mining company, can you imagine the mining company enemy will not get no agreement as to when they for start official mining. So like then they on a free ride. So I believe say the FCC for don't come out say, well, the information that they ask for, we get them, but if follow the exempt clause, or the information that they ask for, so we not get them. However, so time we will get them. But for ignore somebody in letter that long, it's very frustrating.
Okay. And
especially with journalists that can face some of them challenge them. Once you go out and do publication and say, that journalist is not doing assignment well, they can just write this. But it takes time, because now after 15 working days, when you write, after 15 working days, right? If they don't respond, now you can apply for an appeal. Not all man can get a patient for can write. You get for come back, write, copy, this go left the letter. Not all man can able to stage it.
Okay.
So they call on the right to access information on other public authority them. For the ensure say information on a public information, they only for gonna kill for game. Right? You get for submit copies to right to access information. So somebody can easily go there and get the information.
Okay.
And most of them institutions that they get websites. The information are for them at the website. If you invest on the students, one can invest, or one can do students, some of the information are for you to at the website easily.
Okay.
But I don't know that they say like now sacred something. And it's bad.
Oh, okay. Away from that quickly, maybe look at another story we get to do with government announcing the transformation of Miata Conference Center to the Miata Civic Center. This is according to a notice we come out from the ministry, a press release we come out from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education on October 15, and they really say the government through the Ministry of Information and Civic Education Ministry through other stakeholders, they announced the transformation of Miata Conference Center into the new Miata Civic Center, where they say a Salon National Center for Civic Expression, cultural celebration, creative innovation, and digital advancement. They also say this initiative reflects the vision of President Dr. Julius Maada Bio for build inclusive community spaces where they empower citizens in them and put strength to democratic values. Before now, we know the Miata Conference Center as one place where government institutions them and even private institutions them they rent for do various activities, especially when we get a national face. And we see them we close the center for rehabilitation will last for a lot of time. And after the opening, we begin to see the Ministry of Civic Education, Information and Civic Education begin use the for the weekly press briefing and so on and so forth. And only for a few months down the line now, we they get this information through this press release say the government don't intend for transform the Miata Conference Center to Miata Civic Center. We go they create some of these activities for the general public. We are just make mention of, Doc.
So basically, we get few spaces in this country for the event. And Miata Conference Center don't be one of those places. The rationale not bad, but at the look at the capacity, almost civic events we get. Almost events of such caliber where we will say this na event where gets that kind of national flavor. Just like what you say, where will be the go up, we then say most events in a Miata Conference we use. Because now if not a Miata Conference, it could be Bintu Mane. If not to Bintu Mane, it could be City Hall. Yeah. So but if we they transform them to this one, whose category of people then go able for use them, how then go use them, what will be the cost? Because they talk about digital hub. Is it that we transform them into a digital center, like everything have to be digitally controlled? I remember the last time I go there before this Labor Week. That was in May this year, where them invite me as one of them speakers. Then, where I see the place be kind of look very good. It was nicely kept and everything. But then at the actually almost event center that we actually get. So sometimes when we come up with these decisions for like we make a place like a Dande, for like be this kind of place here, so you ask the ordinary man. Like me, if I get a program now, let's say something, I get an educative program. How I use the Miata Conference or the Miata Civic Center, because I show the name now get for like almost then go ask me for pay. For like use them, then almost people them go for good day for like we use them. So I know they're saying a bad thing. It's a good thing altogether, but also let us cater for other events that we not get that kind of flavor for letting go for use the center. There
is a controversy going on, especially in Dr. Sylvia Blyden in Facebook page, talking about one of the people then with the serve now the advisory council for this particular transformation. We now the wife to the chief minister. Dr. David Moina Senge, and she's saying that this particular person, being the wife of Dr. Senge, is like President Bio appointing for serving at the advisory council. Is like, empowering families that were close to the presidency rather than empowering other people and for partake in governance as way for push the country go before.
For far too long, we don't get this issue where they come up. It's like the last time will be the talk about one family, the Lebanese family, where they appoint to consolate positions, and then talk say, and this now non-monetary position that government will pay them and everything. But the thing is, every government we don't come actually can do things and similar to that. So now I can say, I don't understand what's our governance structure day. Is it that we not get competent people then? You talk about the advisory board. Now, if you are putting somebody that is in a public office, a chief minister in WEF, for like be part of the advisory board, it's like you just put people away you're comfortable with. And this is always the case with me don't see as alone. It's like when they put people in based on political affiliation, based on political interest, and sometimes they go in the nationalistic flavor. So yeah, for once I agree with Dr. Blyden, though we can agree for disagree sometimes, but then I believe that this is a right call. Let us look outside of the comfort zone. Let's bring people away competent enough for serve the interest of Sierra Leone and not partisan interest.
Yes, Bobo.
Yes, firstly, before I answer the question, what we get for understand there is the 1991 Constitution give power to the president, right? They appoint and sack somebody without saying a word. So once he pleases the president for appoint anybody, then so be it. So it has always been like this, right? It has always been like this. For lay, we see appointments there where they go in such trend, and most time nobody no go like for appoint somebody where in things say no go able for work with genuinely. I hope you understand. So I don't think saying of any big deal if they appoint chief minister in WEF for serving such capacity. If he capable, able for deliver regardless in position or in status in society, then if for serve I'll put together side and that one for me clear. Okay. And the Miata conference, right? Would they see most of government activities there? Like how they say, we go either been to money, like in blue, name them. But the Miata conference, it be done there in rehabilitation for quite a very, very long time. Right? Even the Minister of Works, they don't see, they don't compete, they don't this. If we don't they now in the position where in most of them government activities they did, therefore they all stand there and save the consolidated fund. Because now boku money that they pay for go rent them places then they. Because they place once you rent, even food, they carry it now then they do. So you just they pay everything up front, then supply them. So for the see such transition they take place, and mind you now with the Ministry of Information, we don't get the civic aspect. And we don't get series of concern for members of the public. See, we just focus on the information aspect, and government pay limited view to the civic aspect. So I believe say they move here, they try for level the two side, because the ministry get for the two aspects. They focus on information and they focus on the civic aspect.
Civic engagement.
And now we see in December they can get civic engagement. And we can see the Ministry of Information, they go out in all the regions then, go to specific districts and the district will not go, where they not go it. I believe say in the long run they definitely go for good. So for example, get one-on-one conversation.
This transformation,
so that aspect there is also part of the civic.
The transformation as well, it's like don't make the Ministry of Information and Civic Education own the Miata Conference Center, because according to the notice, it get to do with civic engagement and civic activities, and now the ministry in charge of civic activities, back up with the NACSE, the National Council for Civic Education and Democracy, we not only see much effectiveness from since then shape the Ministry of Information and Communication.
Yeah, definitely. So once we don't get that place there, run by the Ministry of Information and the Civic Education. Then go on for see how they explore, you know, chances for see how people they come together.
Okay.
For can invest, for come with ideas. Then I make them get advice. They go with you back and count ideas. Say well now so for do. The advisory body, the minister, they all go sit down and look into them and see how they will push down there before.
Okay.
So we not only focus on the information aspect, the civic aspect self, when our president in vision, himself, we go for the see how best we invest in them also.
Okay.
So we go side by side.
Okay, quick one before we pick calls inside the show as well. Government of Salone through the Electricity Generation and Transmission Company AGTC signed a landmark lease agreement with one leading renewable energy provider when Scatec for develop 40 megawatt fast-track power plant na Kamakwe, Karine district, northwest of Salone. And according to the government of Sierra Leone, this project then say will play a critical role for stabilize the country national grid and put strength to regional energy access na the country doc. Another agreement signed for the northwest Karine district, to be specific, where a lot of people believe say don't they in total darkness for a long time.
Quite recently, I know Tongo Kaine district. It don't take a while. I know actually each day. I don't know how the electricity situation data like, but just like I've been listening to now before I come, we get a lot of policies on paper. We get lots of agreements on paper. Forget these things is very nice. To be honest with you, it's very simple for do. Let's look at the implementation aspect of it. Will the people of Karine get the electricity we then they look for? Lots of us signed the agreement with the company. Almost you get for cost them. Because you know say where electricity day around. You know say the cost back now another thing where a lot of people are not look at it.
Yeah.
Because Salomangawa attitude, if lights go off, the first way they watch now in neighbor. If you never get lights no more, it'll go all out for themselves get lights. Because in the field say embarrassing. But if we they see say the government is making the push, let us see the realistic aspect of what the government is doing. Because if we not get that realistic aspect, we go sign agreement from now to next wall. We're not going to see fulfillment of them. And the people of Karine also are Sierra Leoneans. They also need light. And also, I remember, not to just Karine, we talk about also Lungi. The last the Lungi, they say they go commission something like that for them. 30 days, then they complain say the lights are on and off, one day in, one day out, and stuff like that. Even the people of Waterloo, then they complain about electricity. So it's not just about having this paperwork done, get this agreement. Oh, we can't go na light. Let us see the lights. And secondly, almost this light will cost. Because to be honest with you, the new meters that we can now, trust me, they are very expensive.
Okay.
They are very expensive and they consume a lot of money. So if you want forget that, you get forgetty. Of course.
You mean that they consume a lot of top up?
Yeah, because if you say you put sometime 1,000 top up, before you say the week they done or 2 weeks they done, your money is gone. Then
that is a call for concern as well.
So you see say, I'm not just talk about the policy aspect. The policy is good. We can make the policy, we can sign them, get everything agreed, but then almost the cost we. How many people can afford it? You know, even the rest way we will talk about this money, at least in Kingly, you find out that we talk about not so for just get the rest, the affordability. A lot of people will prefer for buying imported rice because it's cheaper than the locally produced rice. The same thing with electricity. A lot of people will prefer say, okay, well, I don't use forget solar panel. That solar panel, I could manage them. Of course, Sierra Leone, even in any season, we get a lot of sunlight. So we go manage them for we conduct for get electricity. But now you bring in this one. Can we afford it?
Quick one, Bobo.
Yes, quite an interesting one. The last day I get an engagement with KKY. You see, Karine forbidden light up long time. He said they get issue with the contractor who for light up Karine. So like the side of the government, they don't play them part. It's just left with the contractor that for do the work for ensure say Karine light up. So it be vow say go get for publish the name of them contractors there because the time don't overdue. And Karine deserve better. Right? kind of plunged into darkness. And people in the underback, I hope you understand. Now big place, now place we all for the enjoy electricity. And all they talk about solar panel, right? We know it can be somehow expensive. So we don't know what thing will be the plan, how they go make them affordable for the people the way they live na them part then they, because most times some na farming, small scale farming how they go. So you know go tell a person say in 6 months money they get from a family go put on solar panel or so. And generally we know we don't face electricity challenge na Sierra Leone for quite a long time. Up till now we dey below 40% access to electricity as a country. So when I way down the belt. Despite we don't sign series of agreements there, some are yet to be actualized. So we hope and pray say this no go be any other agreement document we sign and left na the table. But one we go out and provide affordable and sustainable electricity to we all salon.
With the big calls now inside the show on 079-994-993. We got first caller on the phone. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I'm seeing you. How are you?
Fine.
Suleiman.
Doctor in the real Sabana like a movie, somebody was in the talk, but never with light and a wisdom language for anybody with the king. But I want to ask if you have a question.
Suleiman, your background is very noisy.
Hello?
You can call me back and change your location. Your background very noisy. 079-994-993 and the number for call and make a contribution inside the show. We got another caller on the phone. Hello.
I'm inside at the call from Central.
Go ahead.
I want to talk on this Miata. What do you suspect would be this level do? It's like an example that diffuse APC from the Miata Conference Center. That document when I read, so when I go forward, when I read, waiting the time for Express Society building, the center there. Then say back of all railway line. These are two buildings, are two centers. What do you want to make you say these are you building? What do you want about that? And what did happen all those years? The management of Miata Conference Center, they now the Ministry of Works, we are part of the responsibility as a ministry. Now they want to claim information can claim so that they would diffuse some of the things the way that all they do for benefit the salon people. Which is not correct.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm going from Godby.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think this right to information a very good thing. And as in every project, it will take long for letting hold farm. But I also want, as a Sawyer, as a mayor, for no say, now then are the leaders. When something like that comes, now then for sure how it's been done. And that's the public office she's holding. I don't see a lot of AFAP issues available here, now information here. She's a leader, let her realize that. And she's under the government. She's part of the government. Actually, the administrative arm of the government. Because the government are the people. But the administrative arm now will talk about. It's a part of the administrative arm. We for sure good examples.
Thank you. Hello, your name outside the call from?
Yeah, MPJ.
Your name outside the call from?
It's not Father Thomas from Grafton.
Go ahead.
First of all, happy birthday in advance. Monday coming. I wish you happy birthday in advance.
Thank you.
I love kind to this mayor in your side. Now, I'm not saying a big thing and for let somebody say let's get accountability of which he shall say he find it difficult for you. No, you work for with the people. We can even go meet to say, well, Akisoya, na this one way thing they go on at this country in terms of the council issue. Now look, we go at them, where they go and die in a street, proper one. They don't care about that. Council don't care, no care. So who that go there in charge of them body then? If somebody go meet you say one let you get accountability of so see, they refuse that.
So I'm afraid who's coming or we get. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Father Lambert. We'll take 3 more calls and wrap up the show on 079-994-993. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. This is Abakar from
Go ahead, Bakar.
I'm always timid to say, the 1991 Constitution give the president the rights, give him that kind of highest power, so that the president now forget the highest holiness for the nation. When you check the country into premature, that make them give the president the highest power, the highest holiness that the president forget for the people. They come to the electricity. All this way, then they go and sign and they go and say, we they pay high tariff. Very high tariff now they pay. They pay big time tariff. We they go buy 50,000, 50 loan credits. You they get 10, you they get 6. Where we say no, they even serve you 2 days safe. All length here, now big problem. First of all, they buy 50 loan credits and they give you 60 units. Then they give you something back above, then they give you bonus. But I know they. Thank you.
Hello, your name also you call from.
Hello, good morning. Na per country they call from Ogun.
Go ahead.
I dey tell you na 2020 epic credit. Who na the educated? Wetin dey happen at the country? For this carrying a business for this life, we dey appreciate, we dey gladly. For no more, let them implement them. Let it go be true. Don, I dey wish you happy birthday in advance on Monday. Thank you very much.
Thank you. One more call. Anyways, I don't know what I tell the caller then say Monday my birthday. But anyways, 07. We'll take the last call, yeah? Hello, your name also you call from. Hello.
Good morning, Precious Marion, Precious Georgia. Double Precious.
Good morning.
On behalf of the family who lives the goodies, Deputy Chairman, I want to use this opportunity for wish you happy birthday in advance. Okay. May God grant you your heart desire, and may God continue to guide, help, and protect you.
Amen.
Away from that, Marion, me no get problem. Just like waiting back John say just now, the president get the right. Waiting me get problem with now the constitution. That supreme executive power. I mean, the late man, Kawan, don't do something about it. But government come, government go, then they turn blind eyes. Because they use this supreme executive power as advantage. And absolute power corrupt absolutely. I guess we concern.
Thank you so much. We're not going to pick any more calls inside the show. We'll wrap up now. I'll start with Bobo. As a way of wrapping up.
Yes, I don't get diverse view of we call as them. And based on what themselves they say is that themselves support the right to access information. Say once you occupy public office, definitely you get for be accountable to members of the public. So the need for continue for the do the work. And also the electricity aspect. We see callers then they try to express their frustration, especially now the carrying a district. I hope you understand. So we hope and pray say this time around, themselves go enjoy electricity like any other part of the country.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Well, I want to tell the callers them very thank you, very much. Thanks for all the contribution here. Of course, we don't say that they listen to we, and this now a continuous process. We get for no say governance not a stop. I be always say this: we constitution gets a problem where we need for amend. The powers on the president is too much, and sometimes government in, government out, they abuse them, and with the abuse them not so because we want suits the national need, they abuse them because we want suits we own personal need, and this now one thing we I want fellow think about. There is also another burning question we I'm not gonna ask, but let's say
why you not gonna ask?
Because not big question that why the wife of this person here is she really Sierra Leonean?
She is not.
So that's another question we will need to think about. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Dr. Victor Moina and Bobo Dan Kamara. Thank you so much for joining the show this morning.